Yo, 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 yo. Yo, how is everyone doing? And welcome to another stream. Thursday it is. Thursday is our variety night as usual. We're got some brand new games that came out recently. Hemo07, thank you for the follow. Assuming you're Arabic, I'm just gonna say Ahlo Sahla Fik. So we are looking at basically two games that we're gonna play this tonight. We'll start off basically with what is it called? With Deathloop, a brand new game from Arcane Studios. If you've never heard of Arcane Studios, you should be a little bit ashamed of yourself. But basically, Arcane Studio is a French studio that was acquired eventually by Bethesda, and they made really good games, including Dishonored and Dishonored 2, and the new reboot for Prey, which is what Prey is kind of like, a lot of remnants to the original System Shock, some of the old original game from Warren Spector, one of the most iconic simulation strategy or simulation RPG game designer, producer, etc. Good luck with that. yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's just like if I get hacked or anything happens, like how am I gonna claim that I am me when my name doesn't match the real ID on my console? But anyway, so we'll start with Deathloop right after in around like a good hour of showcase of the game. We'll jump to another game from Namco Bandai called Tales of Arise. It's part of the big Tales of series, which is quite a known sort of a semi-action live RPG game. It's similar to the vibe of like the last Final Fantasy that came out, 15 in that sense. And it's a pretty good game. It's got some. It's been modeled in a different way so that it's I wouldn't say a bit easier, but just like a little bit more accessible for people that have never played the Tales series or Tales of series. So without further ado, would you like to play Elden Ring and Kenna? Kenna is on my list. Hopefully I get a code pretty soon. It's the kind of game I really like. Elden Ring, from what I've seen from showcase, from gameplay, I'm pretty excited. I'm not a hardcore Souls player, just because I don't have the mental capability and in a sense mental let's say I'm not as how to explain it. It's not about confidence, it's more about like, can I be really bothered to die that many times to get to there? But then again, I'm starting to get better at roguelike and kind of like more aggressive games. I never thought I would finish Returnal, and there we go, I did. So let's get to it. Deathloop. So Deathloop, like I said, is a let me just because the music in Deathloop is pretty good as well. What is Deathloop all about? So Deathloop is pretty interesting. Like I said, it's made by Arcane Studio, which have done Dishonored 1 and 2 and Prey. Dishonored, I would say, if you've never played Dishonored, do yourself a favor and grab the game. It's not a new game. It's pretty old. Well, not pretty old. I personally worked on the marketing launch of the first Dishonored as well, and it was a great experience. And it's still one of my all-time favorite kind of first-person view game. It's got so much. It's so much fun. You get to really craft things the way you want it, and kind of like follow the way or the path that you prefer. You can either go like full on stealth. You can find ways to kill your enemies that, you know, probably the game didn't think of, or the game makers didn't think of. So it's quite a blank canvas that you can play with. Other than that, Deathloop kind of used the same methodology, I would say, in some way, except it's not as I would say it's not as aggressive, as in like the AI is made in a way that you can still be highly aggressive and not have to rely on like, if you do a small mistake, you're not completely screwed. But there is a twist in its name. There's a loop, and the whole purpose of the game is that you kind of don't remember what's going on with you. You assume your name is Colt. Just a second. You assume your name is Colt just because you're someone is trying to murder you on this crazy island, and it seems like one of the reasons why they want to murder you is because you want to break the loop. What is that loop exactly? We don't know in the beginning, but what you will understand is that the game itself is like a giant riddle. Exactly. So what happens is that your whole goal is to basically kill 8 kind of like high target characters in the game, and for you to get to that, you need to basically learn more and more about them and learn your way through this island that you're found on, and basically as you die, you basically restart the loop, and kind of you already will learn some stuff yourself, but also certain abilities, certain things will get to stick with you, but things like guns, weapons, etc. won't. So that's something to take in consideration. So it is a sort of roguelite, like whatever you want to call it. So right now I'm at the beginning. I'm really at the beginning of the loop. Let me know if there's a sort of echo or if the sound of the game is too high. But basically, right now I need to get to what might be my flag, although I'm not really sure that it is. And I got a couple of weapons. I've done the mistake of basically killing or getting to a part in the game where there was too many enemies. So right now I'm really low on health. Take some of the health back, or fist block they're called, close a little bit, and try to find a way to get to my flag.
Colt.
Here. That's a big gun on me. So like I said, there's multiple ways to deal with all these things. You could play the stealthy way, or you could just like go like nut jog, or like what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play it safe.
Whatever.
Okay. I'm not sure why she died on the spot, but alright then. I think it's the same one. Yep. Oh, at least I get some of the ammo. Alright. So
Love guns. Patrons of the library
it
enjoy
seems okay, so this is the flat I'm trying to get to. So I guess there must be a way to either jump from above. And because it is also a Dishonored game, funny enough, there is a sort of I would say there is in a way a sort of what do you call sort of like there's some sort of mental abilities, right? Like in Dishonored, it was kind of the same thing as well.
There's power in that.
Why do you hate fun? Loop time!
Alright, well. Okay, so it seems like there's a way from here. Maybe we can jump on top of that. Jump into the... Oh, maybe I jumped a little bit too high, huh? But I'll take it. Alright.
This is supposed to be my place. Kind of uptight.
Not sure what these things are. I think maybe they're stuck in the loop or something. Can't do anything with them, so not sure. Alright, so there's
Another
a safe.
fucking code.
You love to read themselves right. Okay. Ooh, there's a better gun here. So it seems like also guns have a different levels. So like, or if you want like a different kind of like grade. So far I've seen like there's a basic gray color ones, and then there's blue, which is a little bit rarer, and probably there's a much better one which I think is purple in terms of color. Dual wielding, nice.
Useful for redecorating. Or silent headshots with
Ooh, I
pneumatic
can shoot
prejudice.
with
Yeah.
gun with nails. Nice. Sergeant Pepper's, love it. Alright, so we have a new message here. Let's see.
Wow. Pretty.
Never give up from Lila. Alright, so Lila, here's another
Never give up. I won't.
Alright, so it seems my full name is Colt Vaughn. Temporary group channel, morning, new messages, private messaging from Juliana Colt, and haha, there's a twist. So the woman that is trying to kill us is called Juliana, and then we realized that, oh, her last name is Colt. Are we related? Are we lovers? Are we married? Who knows? So, and then there's a temporary group channel as well. So we're gonna check this one. Overachiever. So it seems like there's a bunch of people. They're all talking. They removed you. User Colt removed from temporary channel. So it seems. Okay, so it seems like they want to kill me. All right.
These guys are.
And this is the one,
obnoxious.
Juliana, listening to a record, nervous about midnight, blah, blah, blah. Never mind. Aeon is doing things for the right way. We'll all find what we're looking for. Good night, Juliana. Okay, too much power and too
I compliment people all the time.
You want a fabulous... Okay,
So the
meet
loops
hot
run
single
for
every...
control. And this is too easy. Way too easy.
I'm gonna go for it. Fucking you, Radfire. Nobody touched your minicom but you. Say hi to the hit squad. Yes. Alright, they're coming. Good.
Hey, I'm done! Gold is at his teeth.
Alright, so I'm finished up in up dam so far for now. Your next step is to go to the complex, so so here's where we get now. This is so there's I believe like 6 areas in the game in the island, and basically right now we know a little bit of the district of this district, and we can either just keep on roaming and find our way in, or continuing. Now, my recommendation, playing because it's kind of linked to the way Arcane does their game, is that I wouldn't bother in the beginning to really like search the way of the land, because in the beginning it's usually like it's a long tutorial. They don't do like these quick tutorials, Arcane. They like to really take you on this sort of like journey to experiment and learn as you go, usually in like the first hour to hour and a half of the game, and then so if you do pick up this game, don't feel like it's gonna feel overwhelming in the beginning. There's so much going on, and what's going on, and who is who, and what is what, and why am I being chased, and why do I have to kill these people, and how do I pass this door, or that door, and how do I find that code? Don't stress about it. That's the whole point of the game, is that you're gonna have to learn and experiment until you really find this perfect, way to break the loop. That was the same way with Dishonored. If you wanted to, you would play the game, probably keep on playing and play every single stage and level, and eventually you would find that there was alternative way to get rid of certain enemies. There is actually, for example, in Dishonored, there is a way to win the whole game without killing anyone, including your hit targets, because you can find ways for other people to do the bidding for you, so you actually don't sully your hands, right? So it's quite interesting. I don't know if it's to that extent here, but we'll find out.
Apartment at this very fucking moment.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Anyone here Darcy Square? The next son of a stupid quote already!
Run away from here. Oh, that would be nice to just let go of it. Alright. There's the exit. Obviously I can't jump that high. At least as far as I'm aware. There we go. And here's the exit.
Those tunnels run underneath this entire island. That's how I'm getting to the complex.
Alright. So now we can leave the area, and there is a good part about, so right now, because we finished, because we've actually managed to escape and we've done some, so what we will get to is a sort of like a scenery, where you will basically understand like how much collection or how much information you have learned in the game, or at least in this loop, if you want. So right now we survived. So what we've learned is, like, for example, in this case, there's a place called the Complex that has a loop control center. So obviously maybe that's a hint of how we can control our own loop or someone else's loop, who knows. Then we did discover a bunch of other hints as we progressed, or as I've progressed before the start of the stream. So in this case, we've discovered that, for example, that an internalist, so those are the normal NPC enemy, will leave the garage door at the archives office open in the afternoon. So probably gonna have to wait or restart that. We're gonna have to wait until it's the afternoon to go to that part of the city or that district and hope that the door is open so we can find it. There's also a bunch of stuff like Charlie learned in the Minicom. There's a stack of firepower at the library, which is great. We have the map, right? So which we discovered, so we can kind of re-access, and we've searched our stuff. So I don't remember owning any of this shit. Here's hoping I was a Minicom diarist. And then finally in the Carl's Bay, we found that there's fireworks in the Carl's Bay, which we've seen together. So this is the gear that you collected. This gear will continue with you until you die. Now, there's another thing which is called trinkets, and trinkets are basically sort of like accessories or whatever you want to call them that you can attach to your weapons to kind of like optimize them. So in this case, this one is called the big box, so it fits more bullets in your magazine. More bullets mean more funds. Those are obvious. There's also other things other than trinkets, which are they're called fuck, I forgot the name. Shit. Slabs. Yes, slabs are basically these magic powers. So in my case right now, I only have one slab, and that slab is quite interesting. But anyway, I will show you so this is where every time you get back to your bunker, so like it's kind of like whatever you want to call it, your HQ, your base, or your place to kind of recollect your thoughts before you continue. You will get to the bunker, and you will kind of like reassess the situation so you can run, so you can do another run and hopefully learn more and more. So Black's Reef district changed over the day. Here you can review the all the opportunities in Brexit. Okay, so for example, in this right now, first of all is the visionary leads. So visionary leads are basically the most important stuff. So right now, to give you an idea, when we started, we didn't know anything, so we didn't have a lead. So our first lead was to explore the place. Eventually, we found the code. We found where the code was. We turned out it was on a postcard. We used the keypad, and now we need, which is the code that we just used, 0003. And we got to understand that we need to find our flat in Updam. We found our search, and finally we discovered from there that there is a loop control facility in the complex district. So that's pretty much how the game will keep on continuing, and these leads will stick with you even if you die, because obviously you will kind of remember, your memory at least on that front will stick. Then other than that, you have things that are called discoveries. So discoveries are organized into time period and stuff like that. So for example, so for example, this is what I was talking about in Updam. As you can see, there's a strange door, and there's a map of Adam. It acts all the time, but here's the one that I was talking about. There's an internalist that will leave the garage door when it's the afternoon, so it's good for you to know that during the afternoon we'll be able to access this. And then finally, the fireworks are opened only in the morning and in the afternoon, right? So these are some of the things that you can learn basically as you progress. And there we are. So that's it. And then after that, you have all the notes and the documents and etc. You can just reread them, etc. But some of them actually, they save you. So in this case, this was Welcome to Black Reef, which I found, which was actually myself written to, like I wrote this to myself or to my future loop self, that the code is 0003. So that's where we are. Now there is a fun way to play this game, which is there's actually, you can play this game completely online. Now, what does that mean for you? It does look like it's a single player game by base, but as you guys remember, there is a certain Juliana cult that is here trying to, well, basically get rid of you and kill you because she doesn't want you to stop the loop. Now, what you can do is, at the beginning of the game, once you do play a little bit as Colt, you can actually play as Juliana and you will basically play online against another Colt that is playing live, and you have to basically hunt Colt. And that's and obviously Colt is not an NPC, it's a real life player, so you gotta outsmart him, you gotta find way to trick him and find ways to basically murder him and break his loop. And at the moment, I'm not online because I don't want to get murdered that early on in the game. I just want to experience this first before I get into the more hardcore ways of playing this game. So other than that, once you are in here, our next lead is to locate the loop control, right? So what you do is you will always have to, the ability to get your loadout. Now you can do things like basically add trinkets and whatnot, which is what I was saying about. So for example, this one, big box. Now I have more ammo on me. I could also add more stuff here, and these are the what is it called, the slabs. So at the moment, no, sorry, not the slabs. The slabs are here. So at the moment, I only have reprise, and reprise is basically I'm allowed to die twice before it resets the loop. So basically, my third death will reset the loop. There's other stuff that I'll be able to equip once I collect more slab, basically. Oh, I didn't know there's different outfits. Interesting. Seems like there's different outfit. No idea how do we unlock them, but that's funny. Anyway, yeah, and then here, those are the trinkets for the characters. So in this case, I have the spring healed, which basically is a double jump in midair. So basically a normal double jump. So now that we're ready, we can explore. We can start a new run and hopefully find a way to break the loop faster. So now our goal is to get to the complex. We always start at the same part. We're at the bunker, but there's probably different ways. Here's Julian. She's talking to
You gonna call me like this all the time, Julie?
Juliana.
I give approximately 0 fucks about what you call yourself.
But you did. Once. We used to be friends. Colt, can't you
Oh,
read?
so that's why you told everyone to kill me.
But I'm the only one talking to you. So what does that tell you?
That I hang out with the wrong people. All right. Control center. Shut it down.
All right. So now we have.
Freestyle, up, down. This whole
So now we
place is
discovered that the
connected through those
whole
tunnels.
island is connected by the tunnels. So if you guys remember, I was around here. This is the Friendsland Rock. So we got to reach the Carl's Bay. We were at Up Dam. So now we got to make ourselves to the complex right there via the new tunnels that we discovered throughout our second run technically. No future. No future upside down. Okay. Alright, and what else do we have here? Another exit, another path. Alright, so I'm just gonna follow. And you get always these little, I love these little messages. They don't really they aren't really in the way, but there is a fun thing about it. For those of you that are in the Middle East and are a native Arabic speaker, is that you can actually play the game completely in Arabic. This is officially the first game. Now, not the. So here it is, as you guys can see. It's not the language. It's not the. It's not the spoken language, but at least just menus and subtitles, text titles, even the messages that appear right now that we just saw, like the kind of like hallucination or whatever they're called, also appear in Arabic. And the font is really nice. So far as I've tested, translation is pretty clean. And this marks officially the first game from Bethesda, actually. Like I said, Arcane is part of Bethesda. This is actually the first Bethesda game ever localized in Arabic, which is pretty great. It's a pretty good win. So if you are in the Middle East and you want to buy this game, don't go around and try to find a cheap way to buy the game. Buy the game on your local store, whether it's on PSN or on PC. So I'm not sure that the game is actually localized on PC. I'm fairly sure that it is on PSN. So buy the game on either the UAE, Qatari, Saudi, etc. stores, so you can actually access the language. Because my assumption is that the language isn't accessible if you buy it, let's say, in the Netherlands. Because in my case, I got a code from that region. So, and I'm using my old UAE account. So in this case, I can see the Arabic in the option. I don't think that the Arabic is in the option when you buy the game, let's say in the UK store or in the American store. So that's just a heads up on that. All right, the view to die for. Okay, I guess I'll go up and see where we are. Ooh. What are these little foxies here? Eternally yours, Eternus. Look pool. Pool, okay. Can I go up there? Whoa. Whoa. What is this thing?
That was pretty loud. What? I said the explosion was loud. What?
Not this way, watch out. Controls are in another bunker. Alright.
You gotta speak up for fuck's sake.
Oof.
What was
We got a
that?
guy here, we got these are automated turret as well. So maybe let's not take the hard way. What do we got here? Seems like we got another side. Yo, Krat. Yeah, Krat. Yeah, Krat. Cracker. Let's do my favorite thing in this game. I like getting behind someone and just like when they're like by a cliff, you can basically get behind them and just like toss them out. It's pretty cool. Loop control centers. There we go. Everything below. Everything's below. Okay. Oof, that is loud. I mean, obviously, this is an effect. It's not real loud in your ear ringing. Oh. Oh, what's going on with this dude? Why is he all tripping and shit? And we got some sort of... He's got a power? It looks like it actually. What else do we got? I mean, I think I can take it all. Let's see. We'll see what we can do. Let's first get rid of some of them.
Hello?
Shotgun. Okay, so maybe it wasn't here. Check your 6, not this way. Alright, so I guess this is it. I haven't used that nail gun yet. I'm dying to try it. Artistically speaking, by the way, this is exactly what you would expect from a game from Arcane. Like, they really like these sort of, I don't know, like close to cel-shaded kind of style, but not really. Like okay, like colors, palettes, etc. is very like pastelish, but like there's still like enough reflection and whatnot, and active on power. So
However, considering that one of the Neon programs in it is
out of control. Okay.
follow the fun, I was hoping to perform some actual scientific testing on our first date.
Your visionaries.
Yes.
Find a switch.
Designed so if they prove them appearances, yourself should be able to memorize them.
Right. Oh, looks like it's a real T-storm of energy down here. It's 239.
Second in command over there. Kill this idiot. Now.
What the?
It's not good.
Okay, gotta be a switch. Around here somewhere.
Hello? Hello? Answer me.
Maybe I can speak to her?
I said answer
Say
me.
something smart. I love it.
The situation is under control.
Colt, is that you?
No?
Motherfucker.
Another friend of mine.
That's fun. Okay, cool. Let's keep on going. Let's find if there's anything else we can loot around here. Ah, we can heal. Cute. Thank you, Zeepop. And this stream is brought to you by Zeepop.
Oh, this looks like it does something important. What the?
Okay. It plays a video. This is Igor.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So what? I gotta find a fucking battery, whatever the stupid thing is.
Ah, we got a new weapon here that we could use. Alright, let's put another battery here. Alright, now what? Ah, okay, that was stupid. Why does it want me to put? What did I do?
Okay, we're juiced. Show me what you can do.
Alright, no, the credit that he deserves. Okay. He knows things. Alright, alright. Let's
Welcome,
see.
Eternalists. This is Igor Zerling.
Yes,
Have you ever
Igor.
wondered how our beloved time loop functions?
How
Long
did it
ago,
function?
the Isle of Black Reef experienced a cataclysmic event which tore the fabric of space and time. We call this tear the anomaly. I founded the Eon program with the visionaries to protect and study the etheric imbalances of this
Alright.
phenomenon, and thus, you must protect and study us. Visionaries, follow the three tenets. If the loop is threatened, refer to the LPP.
LPP?
Protect the anomaly.
The LPP is at the security office on Fristat Rock. Notify the head of security, and he will tell you how to use the LPP to protect the loop.
Okay. So there you go. Now we have an
LPP
extra,
sounds powerful.
an
Could do some
extra
damage.
little tidbit
Yeah,
of
let's go get the
information. We gotta
LPP.
get to the LPP. So as you can see, you found what you needed at the complex. Feel free to poke around and find what you need to do. So there we go. Maybe there's a way to power this. So the power goes through here. Shut this place down and leave it shut.
Juliana wants it closed, which means I want it open.
Alright. So we can't open it from here. So there's probably another way to open it actually. But we don't have access, so no point trying. Alright. Unless just to put a battery somewhere. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep the battery with me. Shit. There we go, charge it.
I'm feeling just fine.
Ooh, munitions. Oh, but so far so good. I mean, it's exactly
be
what you
greedy,
expect
Colt.
from the game.
Nope, I'm good.
Seems clean. I haven't seen
Don't
any
need it.
bugs, which is pretty good. You come in here. Ah, look at that. I can actually carry it. Yes. I'll take it. Okay, now what? Oh, let's do some mayhem. Now that we got the turret. Can we? So there's some water here. It looks like I can die just from getting into the water, so there's no point. Yeah. Everybody's home. Okay, I'm coming. So that's the lab annex. Ooh. Residium experiment. Insert. What can I insert here? Let's see. Let's see. Let's have fun. Let's discover more shit. Is there anything here I can pick up? Nope. Nope. Aha. Again, another one of these. What do you do with these? What do we do? What do we do with this? Okay. Nope. Nope, nothing. Just like that. Oh, wait. Did I? No. It's just an alarm. I wonder what we can do with all this. I mean, it cannot be just like that, just like randomly. Why is it not turning on? Oh well. I guess. No point. Alright, let's keep on going. So we got one guy here, we got another guy here. I wonder if I can toss him in the water, in the freezing water. Oh shit, he's still alive. Ah shit. There's a turret thingy there. Whoa. There. Two of them.
Someone there. Who's that?
There's my good boy. Oh, this is so much fun. This is what I like about games like that. Just being able to play around the way you want. You know? He's on, but I can't open this, so I don't think I can jump all the way there. I can't. Okay, it's locked from the other side, I guess.
Doesn't look like it has power.
Alright. Power. Okay then. I guess that's about it. So I gotta go to the exit. Anyway, I think it should be enough right now. We got the gist of it. I'm gonna... Did I just... No way. What? That quickly? But I just tossed the dude in the bloody... This is not fun. I still got one death that I can afford. So let's not die. Is two deaths technically. Let's go. Exit this way, I guess. Let's go. Let's see. What is this? Let it go back the way we were. Anyway, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. Okay, nothing in here. I could go through the arcade just to have fun. What's in here? Dude with a machete. Anything dangerous.
Okay. Was this like this before, or...
Huh? Wow. There we go. Another code. Alright. Alright, let's go. Let's go. And 0, 0, 0. Back to our bunker. Yeah, let's blow this joint. Alright, so now our next step is to basically go to the LPP, so like the security office of this whole island and craziness. But in any case, we're not gonna dive deeper than that in the game right now. We're just gonna quickly show you guys again how the whole thing happens. So obviously, here's my cheat card. Basically, I know that my next step is to go to the LPP, and I survived, but I drowned one time. And here's all the knowledge that we discovered. So obviously, these are the most important thing. There's an off switch in the loop center, and there is a way to reactivate the device, but etc. And finally, the next one is to go to the security office. This is the gear that we collected, and there we are. All right, and obviously we don't have anything else that has been added other than these ones, and it seems like everything is in the morning, in the early morning anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, we're gonna what we are gonna do now is that we are gonna take a really short break. A really short break, mainly to set up, because I gotta switch to another console. I gotta set up so I gotta connect different devices to the capture card. But in any case, we'll take a very short break with a small ad powered by Twitch. If you guys wanna not see these ads, you can feel free to subscribe. Those subscription anyway will end up going straight to charity for the sake of the charity association that we're supporting this month. Like ever since August, July, we've been supporting the UK-based association called MAP, which stands for Medical Aid for Palestinians, which supports rebuilding and sustaining the medical ecosystem of both the Palestinian territories and occupied land, as well as Palestinian refugees across the region, such as Lebanon, Syria, and other part of the nearby countries, basically. All right, so we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes, and in the meantime, I'll leave you be with a short message from our sponsors.